pastor, a planet, and impending doom. Imagine your spouse gets the ultimate missionary posting on another planet where the aliens are better Christians than you are. That is the vibe of Michel Faber's The Book of Strange New Things. It begins like a gentle piece of literary sci-fi, but before long you are trapped in a slow-burning emotional implosion where a marriage unravels while an alien species politely asks for more Bible study. The whole thing feels like watching two people try to message each other through wet concrete. Except the concrete is light years thick and full of regret. Peter, a pastor with a shaky past and a strong sense of purpose, gets hired by a mysterious corporate giant called USIC. They send him to a distant world named Oasis. His mission is simple: teach the locals about Christianity. What could possibly go wrong, other than all of it? Quick heads up before we go further. The book includes grief, pregnancy loss, and a collapsing society, so take care of yourselves. Expectations, where the story tricks you. Most alien contact stories kick off with flashing lights or someone poking something that obviously should not be poked. This book does not bother with that. Instead, it hands you a quiet planet, a gentle alien population, and a pastor whose main passion is sharing scripture. It feels calm at first, comfortably calm. Then you realize the calm is hiding an emotional cliff edge, and Peter is already walking toward it with full confidence and absolutely no tactical awareness. Earth falls apart off-screen. Peter leaves his wife Bea behind on Earth. Their relationship at the beginning is solid, the sort of bond that makes you think they can withstand anything. Which is good, because Earth then proceeds to collapse like it has finally had enough of modern life. We never see any of it directly. We only hear about it through Bea's delayed messages. Supplies vanish, infrastructure breaks, violence spreads, the world goes downhill like a flaming supermarket trolley. Meanwhile, Peter sends back cheerful updates about how well his alien Bible study sessions are going. This is not helpful to Bea, who is trying to survive a collapsing planet and could really use something stronger than sermon highlights. Oasis, a soft pillow with a hint of dread. Oasis is one of the strangest fictional planets because it feels so gentle. Rain, soaked, soft, muted, everything seems familiar yet slightly wrong. The Oasans live in handcrafted structures and treat Peter with incredible warmth. They communicate entirely through written language. They are fascinated by scripture. They are kind in a way that feels almost otherworldly. It is beautiful, it is soothing, and it is terrible for Peter's marriage. The base, corporate emptiness on a cosmic scale. The USIC compound feels like a human habitat designed by accountants. Everything is clean, functional, and utterly devoid of personality. The staff barely talk about their pasts. Nobody shows emotion. The place has the atmosphere of a hospital corridor fused with an empty spreadsheet. It is like USIC extracts your soul at onboarding and only hands it back if you resign. Spoiler: nobody ever resigns. A man who finds purpose and loses everything else. Peter arrives on Oasis and feels spiritually revived. The Oasans adore him, they listen with devotion, they treat him with gratitude, his sense of purpose flourishes. He becomes more fulfilled than ever. The problem is that every bit of that fulfillment moves him further away from Bea. Her messages grow increasingly distressed. His grow unintentionally dismissive. The emotional gulf becomes a trench that deepens with every exchange. The most devastating part of the story. Bea is the emotional core of the novel. We only see her through letters, but her voice carries the weight of the entire collapse of Earth. Her messages begin warm and hopeful. Then she starts describing the breakdown of society, the shortages, the fear, and the loneliness. Every message arrives heavy with dread. She is fighting to hold her life together. Peter is describing pleasant alien church sessions. The gap between their realities becomes heartbreaking. The Oasans, kindness that cuts deep. The Oasans are one of the most unique alien species in modern fiction. Their appearance is unsettling, but their behavior is gentle and sincere. Their devotion to scripture is intense. They treat Peter with affection. They give him a sense of belonging he has never experienced. Unfortunately, that belonging highlights just how far he is drifting from his human life. Their kindness becomes a mirror reflecting everything that is falling apart elsewhere. Communication failure, where everything breaks. Communication is the true antagonist of the story. Peter communicates brilliantly with the Oasans through patience and translation. Yet he cannot communicate effectively with the woman he loves most. Every letter between Peter and Bea becomes a small disaster. The delays make everything worse. Meaning shifts, emotions fray, words fail. They are speaking across a gulf that grows wider every day, and neither of them can close it. Two lives out of sync. The tragedy of this book is quiet. There are no dramatic explosions or sudden twist endings. Peter and Bea simply stop sharing the same life. Peter finds spiritual purpose surrounded by gentle aliens. Bea struggles through chaos armed only with hope and fading patience. Their experiences become incompatible, and their connection erodes strand by strand. Themes: faith, fragility, and being human. This is not a novel about grand miracles. It is about fragility. Fragile belief, fragile communication. Fragile emotional ties stretched beyond breaking. It explores how devotion can uplift one person while crushing another. It asks what happens when two people no longer share the same world, even when they desperately want to. Overall verdict? Quiet, beautiful, absolutely brutal. The Book of Strange New Things is a quietly devastating novel that hits harder the longer you think about it. It is thoughtful, melancholy, and emotionally surgical. It explores what happens when love cannot keep pace with experience. If you want spectacle and big science fiction drama, this is not the book for you. But if you are willing to sit in the endless reign of Oasis and listen to two marriages, one human and one alien, slowly come undone, this story will stay with you long after the final page.